Hey, it's Colton here at the BAJA Lab. I'm just going to walk you guys through what we do here. So if you guys look down at my feet here, we have the A-arm. So this is what allows us to design our suspension and make it able to do all sorts of, it allows the car to be able to deal with the terrain. So we do a lot of fabrication and machining. So if we look down here towards where my foot's pointing, we got all of this was designed individually and fabricated by students in our lab. And then we were able to get it powder coated by a local company to be able to just go out and have a more professional look to our car. So that's one thing we have is our A-arms and our suspension team. That deals a lot with our steering and our ability to cope with the terrain. Then if you come back here, we have the design of the rear steering and all, not the rear steering, the rear suspension and the engine. So something that was really cool is the previous years have worked on a gearbox, and that gearbox allows us to get better torque and more speed depending on which gearbox is used. So there's a whole lot of different opportunities and design options that go into this. In addition, we do a lot of welding and fabrication. So over here is our welding setup. So there's a lot of machines that are able to be used in addition to material that's used to teach. So welding and machining and fabrication is a huge part. And lastly, I'd like to introduce my friend Jacob. He's our president-elect. So something that this club is really focusing on is keeping a sustainable motto to it. Jacob here, he's our president-elect, and that means he's observing what I'm doing as president so that he, in the future, would be able to take my role next year. So we're making it sustainable. We're not leaving you high and dry and saying, here's the position of president or chief engineer. So, yeah, what do you think about it all?
Yeah, so it's really great to learn from the seniors and the juniors, the upperclassmen who have kind of gone before, learned the ropes. Now they're teaching us. So I, as a sophomore, can now continue on with my freshman journey. Last year I learned a lot, had a blast, got to use all kinds of different tools, stuff I had never used before. I can pass that on to the next generation of BAJA racers. So it's really cool to see the number of freshmen that have come in this year. And so now we get to pass that on to them.
Yeah, thank you, Jacob. So this is super cool. We're not only structuring the club in forms of leadership to prepare our students to run the club and also run and do abilities outside of school in their real life of their engineering stuff, but we're also teaching them hands-on fabrication skills. So I graduated a community college with a welding degree, and I'm creating a course and program that teaches each student how to go through with machining and welding. It starts them at the bare minimum. They know nothing about it, all the way up to being able to fabricate and repair parts on this car. So they're going to go through, and it's a course, and that course will be able to be taught to a student, and that student, hopefully in the end, will be able to teach that to the next year's student. And it's a way that we keep this club up and going. It teaches the student how to continue going, and it gives them hands-on skills that they would learn nowhere else. So that's one of the huge things about this club is the hands-on aspect. So we're LETU built. In our free time, we build racing cars. We do stuff with our hands, and our goal here is to design and build. So it would be awesome if you could join us. We appreciate you guys here.